Hi everybody, my name is Kia and welcome to Tiny Mighty Kitchen, where I hope you get big flavor whether you're in a tiny space, on a tiny amount of time, or your budget is also hella tiny. Thank you for watching another video. Thank you for coming. Let's get into it. So today's recipe is going to be hamburger helper. Now, I know people might be like, oh my god, hamburger helper, what? But I remember hamburger helper as something that my mom would make when she's working, you know, her 9-to-5 working woman, Dolly Parton, and would need to get something really quick for my brothers and I. And she would get the hamburger helper in the box, and she would bring home the meat, and 20 minutes later we have a meal. Long story short, hamburger helper is super simple, and hamburger helper is pretty cheap, and you probably didn't know that you can make hamburger helper at home for probably about the same price, if not less, because you probably already have these ingredients in your home. So check it out. We have a carrot and some onions, garlic cloves. I'm pretty sure you have garlic cloves. If you don't have garlic cloves, stop the video, go get some garlic cloves. What are you doing? Have some sweet paprika, fresh thyme, tomato paste, ground beef, or as my mom would call it, hamburger meat. I don't know. A lot of other black folks will be like, yeah, my mom calls it hamburger meat too. If your mom calls it hamburger meat, tell me in the comments. We have some beef stock, some cute curly noodles, and some cheese, cheddar cheese. Super simple. It's all gonna come together and it's gonna be really good. Now, I know with a lot of hamburger helper, they usually use like the bow tie noodles. I honestly, if I have any pasta situation going on, any kind of saucification, meatification, I really prefer this shape of noodle because it's like, not only is it spiral, right? So then all the sauce could come around it. But then it also has ridges, so then the sauce can get into it. But then it also has a hole, so then the sauce can go through it. You see all the ways? So this is definitely my go-to noodle for like any kind of pasta, if we're being quite frank. So first things first, we're actually gonna go ahead and chop up our onion and carrot and get our garlic mixed as well. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and chop our onion. We slice it down this way. But we're just looking for little dices, you know, small enough so that they kind of melt a little bit into the sauce, but still gives us that onion flavor that we're looking for. I'm very grateful for these meals that we had growing up and the ingenious ways that the food industry finds, you know, ways to make cooking for larger families a lot easier. So I love hamburger helper. I love what she made hamburger helper. But also I feel like everything that my mom made just also tasted better than like the original. Like she would do like box mac and cheese, but like it would taste good. She put like black pepper in it, you know? Mom's always like take it up another level. Alrighty. Oh, the onion has been defeated. I'm sick of her. Get out of my life. Oof. Carrot. So I've already skinned this carrot. I don't normally add carrot into it, but like I was at the store, I was like, I feel like I want another kind of vegetable moment here just for, I don't know, depth of flavor. I don't know. I'm not a cook. I don't know anything. So for the carrot gets kind of tricky. So after you skin it, you want to cut the butt and the tip off, and then try to cut it like thirds depending on the size of it. And then I'm gonna cut down this way. There we go. And then kind of line it up. As so. Wow, I really made extra work for myself by picking up this carrot. But it's okay. It's worth it to me. Oh. Learn these little matchsticks. And cut them again. So I'm eating carrots. Here's the. And we're gonna go ahead and mince up some fresh garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, you know, for whatever reason it happens, Garlic powder's fine. I feel like on a garden, it's just fine if you know you don't have it fresh. But if you do, I'm gonna take your garlic clove, set the knife there, get your palm like that, and then you're just gonna do, you know, CPR, maybe like resuscitate. Then comes right off like that. I think that's one of my favorite things I learned, because it makes you feel really badass when you're just like, right? And then, ooh, tiny mighty kitchen alert. If you don't have space for additional appliances or like little knick-knack paddywhacks, like, oh, a garlic presser, right? Just, and it's difficult to clean it. You have a knife and you have a hand. Or, you know, at least something to press the knife against, right? So don't stress yourself over a garlic presser. So you went ahead and squished your garlic, right? And you're thinking, oh, we're gonna take so long to do this. No, we're not. I like to take maybe 2 pieces and go over it like a rough chop. I go to the next pieces, rough chop it, right? Because now I'm just gonna kind of seesaw back and forth until it's as small as I need it to be. Another guy I used to work with. I've worked with all kinds of people in my life. Wow, I've been working for 10 years. Wow. I've had jobs for, oh God. I can't believe I've been working this long, man. Anyway, I worked with a guy who took, we would make salsa at this vegan restaurant or like vegan cafe. And he was really good at it. And he would like mince it until it was like puree. It was wild. I thought it was so cool. So every once in a while I go ham like that. And I used to do it like that. I was like, I want to make salsa like that. It's like, oh, mince this garlic until it's actually puree. So sick. One of the best cooks I know. Shout out to Aaron. Great guy. What is the hamburger helper without the hamburger? So I'm gonna turn up. Also, please note that I'm using the old Dutch oven. You want a nice heavy bottom, well heat conducting pan. In short, don't use a skillet. I wouldn't use a skillet. I wouldn't use one of these like thinner type pots that maybe you would, you know, brew some tea in or make some rice in, or like heat up some soup or something like that. Like, no, definitely all reliable. Definitely all reliable. But I'm gonna turn my heat up. It's about medium high because I want to go ahead and brown this meat. Pull out my secret stash of oil. Fun fact, I thought Wesson oil was a type of oil, like the Wesson oil, because my grandma would always say Wesson oil, you know? And I didn't realize until later in life that Wesson is a brand, right? Yeah, it's a brand, and it's all vegetable oil. So thank you, Grandma. I was very confused in the store, very embarrassed as well. I was like, I can't find Wesson. All they have is vegetable. It was embarrassing. Love her, though. Rest in peace, Grandma. Just need enough oil to coat the bottom. I would say that was like a tablespoon, maybe a little bit over a tablespoon. Hello, animal. Thank you for providing yourself. Wow. Yeah, it smells just like Mom used to make it. The other, like, quick meals that I would eat as a kid. What was that one meal? I'm pretty sure they still make it, but it was for kids, and it came in a blue box. It had a penguin on the front, and it would have like chicken nugget, a brownie that wouldn't heat all the way through. Definitely want to get that brown, what's it called, the Maillard effect. You can pull the flavor out and make the best cheeseburger pasta.
There's like a distinct smell that ground beef has that no other beef product
Yeah, no other beef product does it. But ground beef is just like, I don't know. It smells, it invokes something in you, truly. I mean, I'm ashamed to say that I like it. I like the smell of ground beef.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Alrighty. So I move this ground beef off to the side. And add in our veggies. Come on. So I'm just taking the time to break up any other additional pieces of meat while I have it here. Fast food thing, I'm going to come in, season with some salt. Say about 2 healthy pinches. Of course, black pepper. I'm trying to be mindful of the salt because, of course, I have my beef stock and then also the sharp cheddar at the end. And then I have that garlic that we mentioned from before. So I ideally want to add this in last because you don't want the garlic to burn and get that like nasty, like acrid kind of taste. You want it to be fragrant. You want it to cook through. You want it to be soft. You don't want it to burn, so you add your garlic last. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to sprinkle with a little bit of the sweet smoked paprika. Just a little bit. The top there. I don't know if this is a little bit, but it's it wasn't a little bit. It wasn't a little bit. That's okay. Coming in with my fresh thyme. Now I know the original Hamburger Helper didn't have thyme. I like thyme.
God, that smells good.
Right? Now we have our 2, honestly, damn near half the can of tomato paste. That's going to help us build that really rich tasting, savory sauce. So we have our beef stock. I'm going to go ahead and add the entirety of it. Because we're going to put the noodles in here as well. And once, as the noodles, you know, cook, become al dente, they're going to expand a little bit. Everything's going to get starchy. So actually I lied. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do 3 cups. So you have about a cup left. And then I can add more as I see fit once I keep eyes on it, you know? So here we are. Porridge. Coming in with my noodles. Oh, oh. I want to say it's like 3/4 of the box. I'll tell y'all in the comments like how much that actually is. No one cares about that right now, but I'll tell y'all in the comments. Right? This is sick. All right, then you know, you have to give us some affirmations. You are capable and delicious. You're gonna be the best cheeseburger pasta, hamburger helper on the block. You're worthy. Everything you want in life is within your reach. And then you close the pot. Alright, and this is going to start to boil so that the noodles can absorb it. And then we're going to wrap it up when we put our cheese and our secret Tiny Mighty Kitchen ingredient. So it's been, I would say, about what, maybe like 6-7 minutes, and the sauce is being soaked up by the noodles, so they're getting nice and plump and gorge. And that tomato and like ground beef has cooked down a bit to make the base for a really, really good sauce. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just shred the cheese in it because like what the hell, it's going to simmer some more. The noodles are going to get softer, so I might as well get into it. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and just turn my heat off so I can just use the residual heat from this well-insulated pot. And then we're going in with the sharp cheddar. Here we go. Now, you can just grate it right over the pot. Here we go. And, you know, I could have maybe done this before. But also, you know, not everybody cooks like that. Sometimes you just gotta do it in a moment. And what we want is for all this delicious cheese to melt with the sauce. You following me? The burger meat, come on. Cheeseburger pasta. I'm gonna start with this first half. And then go in and start to redistribute it because I don't want any clumps in this house. You hear me? This smells so good. This smells so good. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. Wow. Again. I'm going to use this entire block, to be honest. Also, use the block cheese. Use the block cheese over the bag shredded cheese because the cheese is all shredded. If you ever notice that you go to eat some of it and it's like powdery, you know, because they have to put something on it to help it separate so it won't clump. And then that will affect the way that it actually melts into your food. Wow. This never gets old. This is my third time doing this and I just never get over watching it come together like that. All right, I'm going to give it a taste now to check for salt. And my cat, she knows. She smells it. Hamburger helper? Come on. Wow, the color on this is gorgeous. So yeah, I want to taste for... Oop. Wow. Hamburger helper. All right. So it's not too salty, so I'm going to finish with this last block here. This last piece of the block. Try my best. I used to be afraid of using this. I was like, ah, Mom. Grandma, help me. I used to be so scared of it. What thing would cut your skin off? That's crazy. Yeah, only thing that's dangerous as a mandolin is a box grater. Danger. Here we go. I need to put a warning label. But they probably do. We just don't read it. But it needs a warning label. That's like, we'll take the skin off your knuckles. Okay. So that's pretty much the whole block of cheese. Gonna go in, incorporate, use that residual heat. Looking at that beautiful color. I feel like the carrot also adds like some color to it because some of the carrot's gonna break down and get soft. Make it nice and vibrant and orange. Wow! Amazing! Okay. Drop in little baby pinches of salt. Cracked black pepper. Always the black pepper. I don't know why I'm like... like... what is it from like is it Frankenstein? I don't know. I feel like I'm in someone's evil lab and I'm like, ah. Here we go. Alright, cracked black pepper. And now, for the tiny mighty kitchen moment, that's gonna bump this all the way up. Nutritional yeast. So, when I was working at said vegan restaurant, Even though this is very much not vegan. They put me on to nutritionist, or nooch, as people affectionately call it. And it's just given cheese without it actually being cheese. And I know a lot of people use it in like their vegan mac as well. I like to use it to pump up the cheesy flavor in something if I'm like at my max for dairy, right? So even thinking about this now, I'm pretty sure if I didn't want to use this block of cheese, I could have just subbed it for nutritional yeast and it would have been same flavor, same cheesiness, saltiness, all of that. I have no idea what this stuff is. And I'm not going to research it. I don't care. It's good. It's when you seek the knowledge is when you get hurt. I choose to remain ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know what this is. It's just good, okay? So I'm going to sprinkle some of this. It looks like fish food. Oh, God, don't ask. No. You see, there, I started thinking. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have thought about that. I'm just going to put my fish food on top here. Yes. Oh, yes. This is so good. This is so good. I prefer a bit more of a punchy punch. So I think I'm going to go in more salt, more nooch, more black pepper. Boomba, do you want to... Hey. You want to come and let me know? Boomba will let me know because she will inevitably steal some of this out of my bowl. But also, once this sits, as you know, all things do, when they take time, they sit, they melt together, you know, the flavor will become more boom, right? I wonder what the science is behind that. But then again, I don't, because I choose to remain ignorant as to why things do what they do. I will not ask questions. I will just accept it for deliciousness. Not all things, though. I be asking questions sometimes, but this... I will ask no questions at all. Yes. Yes! There it is. Look at that. Wow. That looks beautiful. I think this is the best batch I've ever made because it's also just gorgeous. It's also like, I'm just like, and this could be yours for very much less than $19.99. And then this is just gonna last. You probably get like 3-4 meals out of this if you're riding solo. But also feed, you know, a crowd if you're doing like, oh, me and my 5 vaccinated friends, or like an 8 hamburger helper, which is probably gonna be the future of hanging out and the future of life. It's like, oh yeah, this article for the cut. Me and my 5 vaccinated friends made hamburger helper. Because we are regressing to our childhood selves because the pandemic has taken all of our understanding of life. But, you know, knowledge is pain. So we're not going to think about that. What we are going to think about is this beautiful hamburger helper that I am actually very elated to look at. It's gorgeous. I almost don't want to eat it, but I will take a picture of it. Oh. Okay. This is good. And now we will eat said hamburger helper. So, and then also this noodle choice. Like, it's the perfect noodle choice for hamburger helper. Let's see. Let's go. All right. What do you want me to say? It's good. It's delicious. I'm very good at what I do. This is good hamburger helper. I am very talented. But also, that little tiny hamburger helper box has now transformed into this very delicious meal in our tiny mighty kitchen. So thanks for pulling up as usual. Let me know if you know you ride with Hamburger Helper. What's your favorite Hamburger Helper? Is it beef stroganoff flavor? Or what's your favorite, like, you know, microwave kids meal? Is it kid cuisine? Michelina meals? You know? Let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to eat. I'm going to respectfully ask you to get out of my house. And I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.
We're very happy about that.
This is so good. This is so good. Like, I'm genuinely hungry. This is not an act. I'm hungry.
It was like...
Hey, girl. Oh, no. You cannot have that.